Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sanyukta Saxena. I'm certified Zentangle teacher and today we'll be starting a brand new series. Yes, you can see a Zendala tile in front of me. I have some basic supplies here and I'll keep talking about some additional supplies if at all we require before each session. So this series will be about assorted tiles. Why I call it assorted tiles? Because we are not going to be working on any particular theme. It will be different kinds of tiles. Yes, so every session I'll try and bring to you some out of the box or different, or maybe not that different, but something that we have not done before. Yes, let's get started with today's session. I have a white Zendala in front of me and these are some basic tools that we are going to be using. Probably the black Micron, the brown Micron, the normal HB pencil, blending stubs, jelly rolls. Yes. So what I have here with me is coffee mixed with water. So it's a bit diluted coffee. And I'm going to be spilling it over my tile. Yes, you guessed it right. We are going to tangle the spill. Yes, so let's get started so that you don't spoil your table. Just keep a sheet of paper, anything, newspaper, any rough sheet handy, and then you just have to spill your coffee on it. Yeah. Oh. So don't worry about that. Now one way is to just rotate randomly whichever way you wish to. Yes, something like this. Other way is to make use of your brush. Yes, if you think that it is not spreading or the consistency is not okay, then you can always kind of maneuver the movement or the flow of the coffee with your brush. Yes, here I don't think I'll require it. It has kind of formed a string, divided my tile into sections. Yes, and I will give it few minutes to dry up. So the stain has almost dried up and I shook the tile to dry it up, and you can see it has spread out a little more, but that's fine. Yes, so let's pick up any one section and start to tangle. So I'm going to be working on this section now, and please choose any tangle of your choice. Yes, I'm going to start with a moon pie, a nice and beautiful moon pie, but these spaces can be used for just about any tangle. So a slight thing that I'm going to be doing here is draw my moon pie in between, so it is split between two of the sections created by my stain. So this is how I'm going to be starting. Yes, so moon pie is an extended version of the Tangle crescent moon, a more beautified version where we decorate the layers of our crescent moon. Yes, so I've added two auras, then I'm going to add a thicker aura like this. Now when you're tangling the spill, it's not necessary that you have to leave the spill and tangle all around or outside. You can tangle over the spill also. Yes, so we shall see that. Let's first fill up our white spaces and then we can see if we want to tangle over our spill, especially the center portion, which is quite a bit, which is quite big. So we might tangle over the spill also. Yeah, but you have to be careful with the pen. You may need a marker or an identity pen to tangle over the spill because your micron may misbehave a little. So that's the Tangle Knight's Bridge, and then I'm going to again extend the aura. Like this, and then I'm going to add one more aura just the way we do for moon pie. Keep extending it, and now I'm going to be adding some orbs Make sure there are no tiny spaces in between. If there are, fill it up at the same time. Yes, we are giving an effect that the spill is from in between. So I'm not drawing over the spill, but that's a choice. Yes. I'm trying to give an effect of the moon pie being there already on the tile, and the spill happened a little later. Yes, so that was the third layer. Then again, keep extending, add another aura. And then you can add a few more auras before we close our moon pie. Yes. So I've added one more aura, and I'm going to be adding DOODAH here. So DOODAH is again a Zentangle original, lines coming from both sides. The lines can be very close or they can be at a little distance the way I'm drawing, coming to about 3/4 of the distance but not touching the other end. Tangle pattern DOODAH. Yes, slowly take your time. This coffee is kind of sticky. My hand is sticking on the... So if you can avoid putting your hand on the stain, please do that. Yes, and then I'm going to add one more close aura. Don't bother if the lines are shaky, that's fine. And then I'm going to add further moons like these and transition from this tangle to a tangle called footlights. Yeah, which is nothing but moons with rays. Yeah, I'm going to draw something like sun rays emanating from the moon. So you can see here again I'm trying to give that effect of the spill over my moon. Yes, again crescent moon looks best when inked, at least I like it that way, but you can always add something else inside, a small flower, small orbs, knight's bridge, or leave it as such. Yeah, but I like the drama. So I would generally ink my moons. Slowly take your time. So once you are done with inking your moons, I'm going to add an aura. One to each. No problem if they have started to overlap already. Just make sure that you don't cut lines. Instead, draw behind. Yes, so I've just added one aura and now I'm going to start drawing what I said, rays. Yes, now it's up to you. Maybe you can again extend some of the rays like this. Yes, just for fun. Let's see. And then I'm going to add fine lines, close lines like these. Yes, and draw kind of a triangle here and then move on to my next moon. This tangle is called footlights. There will be lots of lines and a small little triangle formed here which can be very comfortably inked, or you can add something else there. Curved lines, anything that you want. So if you are not comfortable drawing it this way, you can always start from the center and draw the lines. Yes, or you can just merge lines here, whichever way you like it. Make sure the lines are close. That's the beauty of the Tangle footlights. Lots and lots of lines. And then I'm again going to draw a triangle here, ink it. And as I said, if you're not comfortable this way, you can start from the center and then go on both sides. Yes, so I'm going to be drawing lots of lines here. You take your own time and I see you in a jiffy. So I'm almost finishing drawing my footlights. You can see there are lots and lots of lines here and a tiny triangle in between, and then again yeah. So that's our one section. In fact, we have completed two sections. Yes, so we have extended two of the lines here. You can either just completely convert it into a MOOKA, or you can completely maybe convert it into a tangle called arukas. Let's see, let us convert it into MOOKA. Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah. So I'm going to again create some more sections. You can use a bolder nib if you want. I'm using my Micron 01, and probably we can add some more sections. Some connect from there would be a good idea. So let's see if we can later on connect this MOOKA also to something on the other side. Yeah, so I've added couple of MOOKAs. You can add as many as you wish. Drawing behind here. And now we have these in between spaces. Now your choice, what do you want to add in between? Whole lot of options. So let's go with some probably striping or bunzo, something like that. Yes, so I'm going to start with some bunzo. And you can either leave a highlight as you ink, or you can ink it completely. That's entirely your choice. When we are drawing bunzo here, we can again spill over to the other section. That kind of helps us to build the connect. Also, it's not necessary that you draw bunzo in all the sections. Yes, so you can add different tangles in different sections. So I'm going to maneuver my bunzo in different direction. like this. Yes, and then ink with a slight highlight, just the way we did in the previous one. Take your time, slowly go to each of the sections created by your double C shapes, two C shapes together, just like a crescent moon shape. Leave a small highlight if you wish to. Yes, so we have filled up two sections. Let us now move to the third. So I'm again going to start here. And the rest of the section probably will not add bunzo, will add something else. So you can move the way you want to. No hard and fast rules there. Your bunzo can move anywhere in any direction. That's the fun part of the tangle. Again, if you want to spill over, then we can have some of the bunzos kind of crossing over, just a few, or if you want you can extend it up to the center. Let's do that. Okay, I am able to draw with my Micron over my spill. Like this. Yeah, that's fun. So let's now again ink. So I'm going to quickly ink my bunzo and come back. You take your own time. So I'm still inking my bunzo. I have crossed over the previous section and continuing to ink my bunzo. Make sure you ink it nicely. Enjoy the drama that it adds to your tile. The pen is skipping a little. If you wish, you can switch to your marker. Just a little, not much, over the coffee. Probably you'll have to clear the nib a little. So if you don't want the pen to get spoiled, better would be to switch to your marker pen. Yes. Now we have some more spaces left here. You can draw a whole lot of tangles here. So let's add something which is not that dramatic. So I'm going to draw these 9, just like we draw the tangle wells, and then I'm going to add auras. Add a petal shape here, add an aura at the back. Add a petal shape here, add an aura at the back, and then fill up these spaces with further auras on both sides. Yes, simple to draw using the Wells grid and filling up spaces in between my MOOKAs. Well, you can use further smaller MOOKAs to fill up the space. Entirely up to you. How do you want to go about it? You can also draw well, which means I draw one more well grid inside and just add auras. Yes, so a whole lot of things that you can do. This is just to give you an idea. I'm sure you can do a great job. Fill up the rest of the space with auras from both sides, like this. Yes, and then we have one more space left. So I will do the same exercise here also. You can draw more lines if you want. Again, the same thing. Yes, a petal in the front and an aura at the back. You will have to draw behind here. A petal in the front and an aura at the back. And then it's simple, just add some nice curvy auras to fill up the rest of the space, just like petweed. Yes. Take your time and do that exercise. Yes, if you want, you can highlight your mookas a little by adding a little weight to the head or the pod. We have some spaces here. Let's just add further auras like this. Yes, highlight the mookas a little like this. Now we have extended our bunzo. Now this portion, the last place, now it is up to you, any tangle of your choice. If you want, you can also take a cue from here and then just kind of extend your DOODAH ribbon to this section like this. Yes, just trying to build that connect between different sections, nothing else. Looks interesting. Instead of independent sections or boxes which are not connected with each other. So now the rest of the space I'm just going to draw a simple tangle called SCENA. Yes, so you can just draw a slight curve just to have some idea about how and where the lines are going to go. Just a slight weight as you end the line. Yes, give a nice curl, a slight weight as you start the line, and a slight weight as you end the line. Yes, again. So it is again up to you. You can give an impression of the lines going under the spill, or you can draw over the spill. That's entirely your choice. So the lines are turning, and that's the beauty of the Tangle SCENA. It's pure line work, but you can maneuver the lines the way you wish. Yes, so let's now continue drawing these lines. Beautiful tangle to draw, SCENA. So adding a slight weight in the beginning. Now these lines are going under, so I'm not adding a weight at the end, assuming that they are going under my spill. I'm again starting to turn my lines a little and going on the other side of my bunzo, and I've started to add weight like this. Yes, so just continue like this, go with the flow, don't bother about how many lines, where the lines will go, just continue in the same fashion. Yes, so I'm going to be doing that at my own pace. Turn the line again. Yeah, almost finishing drawing my SCENA. As I mentioned, there are too many lines here, so please don't try to replicate it. Draw it the way you wish to. It's practically not possible to replicate the SCENA. Just make lines, give interesting turns to your lines and fill up the space. Yes, so in between space, let us leave it like that. Maximum that we can do probably is add some flying moons or add some black pearls, because I want the spill to show. So I'm just going to randomly add some black pearls. Yeah, so let's start to shade now. So shading your footlights and your, I'm going to add shadow here as if it is going inside my spill. So add some thick. I'm also going to add some shadow here on both sides. Yeah, and then blend. Make sure you leave the center white like a highlight. Yes, and then you can add shadow around these moons. Slowly, take your time. And then blend it, take it away. Soft circular strokes is the best way to blend your graphite. Yes, moving on next to our MOOKAs. So I'm going to add a little graphite on the heads and underneath the stems. I think the rest of the sections will get shaded automatically. Let's first, shade the stems, under the stems. And if we need to add little more shading, we can do that. So MOOKA heads. Just blur the graphite. And then underneath the stems. Is where I'm shading. After shading that much, now if you think you need to shade more, then add on the other side of the stem. Yes. Yeah, I think that is sufficient as far as this section is concerned. We can make these orbs a little bolder. They will add to the look. Yes. And then moving on to our last section, I'm going to add a little graphite on one side of the bunzo here. SCENA is very simple to shade. Just add that graphite from where the lines are emanating or turning. You can also add graphite at the ends where the lines seem to be going under. Slowly. Make sure the ends are not absolutely white, so I'm just extending the graphite to the ends a little. And then probably underneath this DOODAH ribbon. Like this. Yeah. So that's about shading. Let us now add some bit of highlight. So I'm going to use my chalk pencil. Add some highlights here. You can use a different blending stuff. Yes. If you want, you can add touches on your bunzo, but there is a highlight already, so I don't see much need. But if you want, you can give slight touches there. You can give slight touches on your SCENA if you want to highlight certain parts. You can also give some touches here, but I don't see much of a need there. Yes. So I think that's about it. We don't need much of enhancements here. I'm just adding a slight shadow under my black pearls. You can also highlight the dot a little bit with your GellyRoll if you want. On the tan part or the coffee stained part, you can always use your GellyRolls to create further patterns. Yes, and it will look nice. I'm going to leave it as such and not explore more into this tile. Let's close our tile here. Put in your chop somewhere sitting cozily. Always sign and date your tile. I shall see you again with some more interesting ideas. Till then, have a good time. Bye-bye.